What up, friends? Welcome to the kitchen. Have you had enough turkey yet? And the answer is going to be yes, sir. Probably I won't eat again till Thanksgiving next year, right? Hey, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. A little late, but I spent a couple weeks down in Florida with my family. Unfortunately, someone got COVID, and so my wife and I spent Thanksgiving dinner with each other, and we had a great time. And I made a little turkey and a little mac and cheese, which I'll probably have to get that mac and cheese recipe out here one day because, man, it was delicious. And it's unlike any mac and cheese most people have probably tried before. But what's the topic of today? Well, the topic of today is if you had Thanksgiving, if you had turkey for Thanksgiving, what are you having for Christmas? Probably 80% of y'all out there are having ham, okay? Well, guess where you're going to be on December 27th or the 26th or the 27th. You're going to be sitting around going, what am I going to do with all this ham? I mean, I know I just finished eating my turkey yesterday, a week after Thanksgiving, in some turkey salad. So I'm going to make a recipe today called ham and green beans. It's something my mom and my grandmother used to make, you know. I'm going to tell this story again because it's just, I love, you know, people ask me all the time, where did I learn to cook? Where did I learn to cook? Well, I grew up in Florida. And my grandmother always lived with us, and we had an island kitchen, and in the middle of that island was a stove, a Jenn-Air stove. And so every night, and we sat around the island, and that's what was our dinner table. And we had a big dining room table, but we never used it because we always sat around the island. And, you know, I was always there watching my mom and my grandmother cook. And one of the things they made was ham and green beans, and it's just, it's the simplest dish, but it's one of my favorites. You know, sometimes simple things are the best. So ham and green beans. It's really easy. You got ham, you got onions, you got potatoes, you got a little garlic, you got some green beans. And really, I'm going to put some carrots in mine, some whole carrots once it starts cooking down because my wife loves carrots. So really easy. Let's take a look at the ingredients. All right, so you got some green beans, some potatoes, about 8 potatoes, about 2 pounds of green beans. Now I've cut all the ham off my ham bone because I'm gonna take this ham bone, one of the first things we're gonna do is take this ham bone in chicken stock and simmer it for a couple of hours. I got some garlic, I got some onions. Here's my chicken stock because I poured it into the pan before I started filming, so I had to get it out of the pan so I could start the film over again. But anyways, all right, let's get started on this dish. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sweat down the onions and the garlic, and then we're gonna add the ham bone and the chicken stock, and then we're gonna let all that just simmer for a while, probably about an hour and a half, till all of the meat comes off the ham bone. All right, first things first. I'm going to put a little avocado oil or olive oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use. And we're going to start our onions. If I haven't said it before, I've said it 100 times. Most valuable tool in your kitchen. Oh, yeah. How many of y'all grew up watching your mom and whoever, maybe even your dad, cook? Leave it in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be great stories to listen to. All right, get this working. Why didn't I put the garlic in now? Well, why didn't I put the garlic in now? Because garlic will burn, so you should never put your garlic in when your onions go into sweat. Your garlic should go in last, and just for a few minutes till it's soft. Now, as I said, if I haven't said it already, I've already cut the ham off my ham bone, most of it. I did leave a little bit on there. So what we're going to do, once we get the onions and the garlic sweated down, we're going to put the ham bone in here, cover it with chicken stock and a little bit of water, and then we're going to let it simmer for a while, probably an hour to an hour and a half. Hey, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe. Means a lot to me. My goal was 100 subscribers, and I'm up to probably around 150 now. My next goal is I'm going to set it high at 1,000 subscribers. Thousands where things actually start to happen on YouTube. So I want to get to 1,000. I have the views, just not the subscribers. So if you're watching, hit a like, and please hit that subscribe button. It'll be, what you do is go to, at the end of this video, you go to the picture of me holding the beautiful mahi-mahi, click on it, go to my channel, and hit subscribe. Or on your phone, I believe you can just hit the subscribe button anytime. But if you know YouTube, you know how to subscribe, hit me up, please. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. Onions are looking good. Let's throw in the evil twin garlic. Not the evil twin, that's actually the good twin. We're going to let that garlic fool around in there for a minute or so, and then we're going to come back with our ham bone, our chicken stock, and just let it simmer for probably a good hour to an hour and a half. Okay, a couple minutes in, here's our ham bone. You can see I left a little bit of meat on it, right? There's some bone, and the bone actually comes up through here, right there, and goes straight through. So this is all ham bone all under here. So we're going to put the ham bone in there. Now I have my chicken stock in this cup here because I forgot about sweating my onions and my garlic down, and I just threw the ham bone and the chicken stock on top of it. So I had to pour it all back out and start over again. Now I'm going to put water on the rest. So another cup of water ought to cover this. If not, I'll put a little more in there. We want to get it covered. And this is going to be the base for our I guess you can call it a soup. I don't know. Second cup of water just to cover the top. All right, we're in good shape now. Now we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to let it simmer for, an hour to an hour and a half, I'm guessing. I'll let you know when we get there. All right, my bone's been cooking about an hour now. If you just take 2 forks, you can start to peel some of this meat off of here, and then that's how you know when it's ready. Someone at my door. I'm going to let it go just a little bit longer, but what I am going to do now is put in my ham that I cut off and let that simmer with it for a while. And then I'll probably come back in about a half an hour and put everything together. All right, we're still working this ham bone. Been about, oh yeah, she's ready now. So it's going to give up all the ham off the ham bone, as it should. Nice broth working. Probably an hour and a half in. Now we're going to put our beans in there, because the beans can stay in there for a pretty long time. The last thing that will go in will be the potatoes. But we're going to let the beans work in there right now. The beans will absorb that ham flavor. And you got to give them time to do that, 25, 30, 45 minutes maybe. So I'm going to let these start simmering in there, and then I'll come back in another 10 or 15 minutes and I will put in the 8 Yukon Gold potatoes that I cubed. Y'all, look at this. Beans are starting to get a little rubbery. We got the ham all off the bone. Now it's time to put those potatoes in there. Put that starch in there that adds just a little bit of thickener to everything. This again is 8 Yukon Gold potatoes that have been peeled. I thought long and hard about not peeling them. You can do whatever you want. I will not add any spices to this. I want the taste of the ham in there. If I was going to put spices in, I might go in with a little herbes de Provence. Or something of that nature, or just a straight up Italian seasoning. But we're going to let this work, and then probably 30 to 40 minutes more we will have us a dish. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this dish is ready to plate. You can see our ham bone. We can just easily take all the meat off of it. We're going to set him aside and get him out of the dish. We are going to check a potato or two and make sure they're ready. And that one's ready. And that one's ready. All right, we are heading to the plate. Get a look at that. Steam rolling off. Very hot. Green beans and ham. Hey everybody. Cleaned up and shaved up Brian here. You know what really makes this ham and green bean dish the greatest? Other than it's easy, you know, just throwing things together and having the patience to wait for each one to do its thing. Man, you let this stuff sit in the refrigerator for a day or two or whatever. It's a day later for me. It's Sunday. And it just gets better. It ages with time. Now, I wouldn't leave it in there 2 weeks, but man, it just keeps getting better and better. So listen, let's give her a little taste test. Oh, the broth is perfect. And it's a little hot, but I'm just going to take a spoonful and put it in front of the camera here, and I'll clean it up later. But look at the chunks of ham and potato and green bean in there. Healthy. You know, ham has very little fat, actually, if you look it up. But just a delicious dish. And I want to take this opportunity to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope that you get to spend time with your family, and I'll probably post again. And if I wish you a Merry Christmas 2 or 3 more times, that's great. I enjoy doing it. Matter of fact, let's look at our decorations. Shoot, my wife has done a great job. Quick spin around the house. My wife has done a great job getting ready for Thanksgiving. There's all of our little elves hanging in their acrobatic rings, and the tree is awesome. My wife does a really good job. That's the Christmas dog, another tree, and a nice wreath, and all our little elves. But anyways, hey, listen, try ham and green beans. You're gonna like it. Please subscribe. Please subscribe if you watch this video, and please like. It means a lot to anybody in the YouTube community, and it really means a lot to me. Y'all take care.